coming in the building. We must meditate. We must meditate as we survive Jay-Z's hairstyle. This is sad. I send a messenger to tell you that I want to meet you. We must meditate, ladies and gentlemen. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Shout out to Kelly, first in the building, aka Tina Marie. You know what I'm saying? Isabel, Martine, Karen, OG, everybody coming in. Purple Flowers, Catherine, D Dot, Love Chops. I mean, I see y'all all in the building, guys. And people wonder why. They say, Jamil, stop crying. They want me to stop crying, but then I got people that say they love when I cry. Pure survival. But this is all emotions that's running deep and high inside of my soul. You understand what I'm saying? Jay-Z has escaped his responsibilities for Ramir all this time, his alleged biological son. And for what they did to this boy and his godmother is horrific. It is very horrific and traumatizing. Build the Bible. You could see the demon in Jay-Z's eyes and Jay-Z's creepy ass hairstyle. You could see the demon. And that boy looks just like you, Jay-Z. And you duck this paternity test all this time only to shit on Ramir and his godmom, pure survival, knowing they ain't got the damn money to battle a billionaire. This is horrible. Everybody smash that like button. I must update y'all on what's going on. And we must blow out the freak off meditation candles. And I told y'all, the Pure Survival, www.puresurvivalmerch.com. The store is open, and you guys are welcome to go get your Pure Survival merch. And we got the Pure Survival meditation candles coming soon. And shout out to the people who visit the store yesterday. Some of y'all visited the store yesterday, bought some Pure Survival shirts, everything. People ain't playing with y'all motherfuckers in the industry. We are trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to survive, and we're going to do it together. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it together. Because Jay-Z, I'm telling you, all that weird-ass creepy hair, he must have got him some Pure Survival hair and beard oil. He must have went to www.puresurvivalmerch.com and had to get this, because this helped your hair grow. Matter of fact, Jay-Z might have got the women kind. He might have got the Pure Survival hair oil. That's why his hair out there sticking out like Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog. But this man did some very, very demonic stuff to this boy. Like, if you won the lawsuit, if you refuse to take the paternity test, Jay-Z, pure the Bible, you refuse to take the paternity test when the boy looked just like you. He even got the damn roots that grew out of his hair that he could not help it. All because of you, this boy's hair is like this. And he got seashells all around his motherfucking head. These seashells wasn't here when he first started the lawsuit, Jay-Z. And the seashells just started coming up out his hair during survival. So we are surviving Jay-Z's hairstyle, and I'm going to update you guys with this case.
The man alleging he's the son of Jay-Z's making more headlines than ever. Ramir Satterthwaite's been trading legal traps with the Roc Nation founder. with details spilling out across court docs surrounding his allegations. Here's everything we know about the person suing a billionaire media mogul. For one, Rymeer's lawsuit alleges Jayz ignored repeated calls for a paternity test. Per Rymeer and his godmother's legal filings, Rymeer's mother, Wanda, allegedly engaging in a brief romance with a pre-famed Jay.
And why is Jay-Z afraid to take this paternity test? And everybody, you got so many people saying, well, he need to go somewhere and sit down. Why does he worry about finding out who his dad is? Don't you want to know who your real father is? Pure survival. Rymeer just put out a video with his mother. Rest in peace to his mother. I didn't see the video until recently, with his mother stating that Jay-Z was the father. Now, I knew she filed the paperwork, but I hear her, it's like she's speaking from the grave. You see her in the video talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is not over. Everybody just thought it was over. The shit is not over. Rymeer is still fighting, and we must fight with him. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Jay-Z is the father. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that Jay-Z is the father. The boy looked identical to the man. Identical. How you going to sit there and deny this boy?
The man alleging he's the son of Jay-Z's making more headlines than ever. Rymeer Satterthwaite's been trading legal traps with the Rock Nation founder, with details spilling out across court docs surrounding his allegations. Here's everything we know about the person suing a billionaire media mogul. For one, Rymeer's lawsuit alleges Jayz ignored repeated calls for a paternity test. Per Rymeer and his godmother's legal filings, Rymeer's mother, Wanda, allegedly engaging in a brief romance with a pre-famed Jay, who allegedly fathered Rymeer with, at the time, a 16-year-old Wanda.
Y'all hear that? A 16-year-old. This is why there is no other reason why Jay-Z did not want to take the paternity test. They said that his mother was 16 years old. Y'all know that he has an image to withhold. And we all know about this. All the Jay-Z cult people is trying to say, oh, forget about it. Who cares? Won't that little boy go somewhere like a groundhog? Why does he have to see his shadow like a groundhog? Want him to go into a hole and let Jay-Z just run off in the night. Pure survival. When I got to have this hair stuck in my system for the rest of my life, all because of you, I got this creepy ass hairstyle. Smash that like button, guys. We must fight with Rymeer.
Wanda allegedly engaging in a brief romance with a pre-famed Jay, who allegedly fathered Rymeer with, at the time, a 16-year-old Wanda, who has since died. Rymeer's team accusing Jay of tampering with legal proceedings, misusing his high-profile influence with public officials, along with claiming Jay's never outright denied he's Rymeer's biological father. Meanwhile, Jay's new filing contends Rymeer's lawsuit's just the latest in decades-long harassment. Inside the June 16th court docs obtained by...
And Jay-Z said that this boy is harassing him. That he's harassing him. How am I harassing you when you allegedly buttered my mother's biscuit when she was 16 and got her pregnant and had me, sir? How am I harassing you? You got $1 billion. All you got to do is take the damn test, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But when you're fighting a billionaire, it makes you look crazy. It makes you look crazy because they want his money. The judges and all of the motherfuckers, they don't give a damn what Rymeer talking about. We got to be the ones to stand up.
Meanwhile, Jay's new filing contends Rymeer's lawsuit's just the latest in decades-long harassment. Inside the June 16th court docs obtained by E! Jay's attorney said the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts. Jay's team also saying they attempted contact with Rymeer's godmother and co-plaintiff, but she hung up after they called to request more time to...
And look, he's talking about that Rymeer's godmom hung up. Do you see? Smash that like button if this man looks like a camel. Pure survival. If this man don't look like a camel, that he belongs in a jungle, You know what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about the billions, Jay-Z, pure survival. You know what I mean? I loved your rap music back in the day. But your behavior in denying this boy, because if this boy's harassing you and this is a lie, all you had to do was just take the paternity test. Pure survival. But I know you ain't gonna take the paternity test. It's not like they can put a case on you because his mom was allegedly 16. You know what I mean? It's not like they could bring a case up. But look, shout out to Kardashian. She has the latest files, guys. This is with Jay-Z and his legal team. And I'm gonna say Beyonce because you got something to do with this too. You probably don't want him to be the father either. But this is what's going on right now with this case. This is sad.
We got some things going on when it comes to Ramir Satterthwaite and Jay-Z. As I'm sure many of you know, he has been in legal proceedings with his godmother and his mother for years now, trying to get to the bottom of getting a paternity test from Jay-Z. The most recent case filed by his godmother ended up being dismissed by a judge, but this was for fraud, not paternity in itself, because they have been claiming that there was fraud done in years prior when trying to get a paternity test from Jay-Z.
Now you see this? The only thing that got thrown out, everybody thought because Ramir's a part of his case got thrown out, it meant, oh, he's not the father. No, it was a fraud thing. Ramir's godmom put a fraud case on Jay-Z because they was trying to duck this paternity test and was doing fraud activity. You got to understand, a man is a billionaire. How can you fight a man that's a billionaire when you're only a dollaraire? When you only a dollaraire? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fight this man. Ramir's trying to fight him and only able to go shopping at the Dollar Tree. We must stand with this boy. Everyone get them likes up. It's 1,000 people, okay? We're not going to leave Ramir all by himself like this.
Was for fraud, not paternity in itself, because they have been claiming that there was fraud done in years prior when trying to get a paternity test from Jay-Z. Ramir started talking a little bit more about these fraud allegations, saying that Jay-Z's attorney is at the center of the New Jersey fraud and illegal liens on the properties defaulted in the New Jersey bankruptcy case, and he did not respond. Ramir goes on to say that this strengthens his godmom's bankruptcy case, which is why a California judge wanted to help Jay with publicity. What's really sad about all of this is in the new case that they filed that ended up just getting dismissed a couple of months ago, the judge just determined that they have to pay $119,000 for Jay-Z's attorney fees.
Wow, do you hear this? So Ramir, Jay-Z's alleged biological son, has to pay $119,000. This is a billionaire. So I gotta pay your legal fees when you can pay your own goddamn lawyers. You want me to pay your lawyers when I'm your damn son, sir. This is horrible. $119,000. And I told you that he only can go to the Dollar Tree right now. You know what I'm saying? He got to pay for Jay-Z's lawyers when Jay-Z can pay his own goddamn lawyers. Pure survival. Knowing that they ain't got the money and you refuse to take the test. This is horrible.
His godmom's bankruptcy case, which is why a California judge wanted to help Jay with publicity. What's really sad about all of this is in the new case that they filed that ended up just getting dismissed a couple of months ago, the judge just determined that they have to pay $119,000 for Jay-Z's attorney fees. Like I said, this case that they filed, they wanted them to look into the allegations of fraud that they dealt with in the past when trying to get paternity. Mayor said California denied my godmother's reconsideration and granted Carter $119,000 in anti-SLAPP fees, which will be on hold for payment due to similar issues being litigated in bankruptcy court. He goes on to say that his godmom is appealing the California case this week, and
I'm glad that his godmom is appealing this. They should not have to pay a dime. If he don't have to take the paternity test, why do they have to pay? And this is Ramir's. This is his Instagram. This is Jay-Z's son Instagram talking about them having to pay $119,000, you know what I mean, for Jay-Z's lawyers. When if he don't got to take the paternity test, why do they got to pay? This is sad.
Stated Carter allegedly never admitted that he lied to New Jersey courts. Ramir's godmother wasted no time putting an appeal for the judge's decisions on this case, and also that they have to pay attorney fees of $119,000. You see, Lily is appealing to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit following the final orders on the judgment entered by this court, which would be the order denying the plaintiff's motion for reconsideration and granting defendant's motion for attorney fees. And then the final judgment that was also entered on January 13th of 2026. So it's very clear they are not giving up yet. And on top of this,
and if Ramir and his godmom's not giving up, we don't need to give up either. Everybody smash that like button that's in the building. Shout out to my baby in here. You know what I'm saying? This is not cool. This is not cool. Everybody, like I said, because Jay-Z won that other one, he didn't really win. He didn't really win. The money is what's keeping him afloat. But this boy is still fighting. And so is his godmom. They shouldn't have to pay a damn dime.
Attorney fees. And then the final judgment that was also entered on January 13th of 2026. So it's very clear they're not giving up yet. And on top of this, Ramir has just posted an old video from his mother back in 2016 talking about her allegations of Jay-Z allegedly being the father of Ramir. This is the first time that I saw Ramir's mother on camera talking about these allegations. Like I said,
and this is the first time I've ever seen her on camera talking about the Jay-Z situation. Y'all have to remember, put your prayer hands in the building. Ramir's mother is deceased. She passed away a few years ago. So he's been still fighting. But to hear his mom say it out of her mouth on camera is very, 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 I mean, it's deep. It's really deep. And I believe 100% that Jay-Z slept with this woman. Why would she tell him that? I mean, why would she say this on camera? She knew who she slept with. Smash that like button, guys. We should have 1,000 likes in the building.
There's been a lot of court cases going back through different jurisdictions over the years of them trying to fight for paternity from Jay-Z. Even though I haven't seen her actual statements, like in this video I'm about to show you, I have read her affidavits that she has given to the courts in the past about her allegedly sleeping with Jay-Z when she was underage.
My name is Wanda Satterthwaite, and I am the mother of Ramir Satterthwaite. Today is April 20th, 2016, and I want the world to know I support my son in his paternity suit with Sean Court Recorder. I stand on my allegations regarding this matter.
Wow, I've never seen this woman on camera speaking about this. Everyone smash that like button. Everybody that's in the building. Like I said, this is sad. Ramir just finally put this out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, she is deceased. So, and this is 2016. She said this out of her own mouth. So for the people that try to say, oh, Ramir, Jay-Z, not your father, go sit down somewhere. That boy didn't just make this shit up. His mother was saying it out of her own mouth on camera when she was alive. This is wild. This is wild, guys. Prayers for her. Prayers for her. She know what she talking about.
Today is April 20th, 2016, and I want the world to know I support my son in his paternity suit with Sean Court Recorder. I stand on my allegations regarding this matter. Mr. Carter, defense attorney in 2012 in New Jersey, didn't want me to sit next to her in the courtroom and stated, I quote, I don't want her sitting next to me.
Wow. Tell me that these people wasn't paid off. Did you hear that horribleness? 2016, Ramir's mother said that Jay-Z's lawyers said, look, I don't want you sitting next to me. Bible treated her like she had the cooties. Why would you tell this woman you don't want her sitting next to you? All because she was fighting to get a paternity test from your client. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear this? She said that she didn't want her sitting next to her. Like, yo, fighting a billionaire is not easy, guys. Smash that like button.
Mr. Carter, defense attorney in 2012 in New Jersey, didn't want me to sit next to her in the courtroom and stated, I quote, I don't want her sitting next to me. I don't want her sitting next to me.
Wow.
I would not represent someone like her. End quote. And I do feel she owes me an apology because her remarks shows discrimination towards me and was reported to the ethics board chair. But nothing was done.
But nothing was done, and she reported this discrimination. Shout out to Bronzo Flat Power God. You know what I'm saying? One of my members. He's been a member for some months now. You know what I mean? He said that Jayz's son during survival. That's his son. So they discriminated this woman from the get-go. They did not want her going through with this.
Shows discrimination towards me and was reported to the ethics board chair. But nothing was done. There has been other similar problems after this. Yes, the governor of Pennsylvania is reviewing information of allegations of fraud in Philadelphia regarding court orders when parties' names were changed and removed. The words to my son, Ramir, the battle is not yours. Don't give up. Thank you.
Wow. That can almost bring tears to my eyes. You know what I mean? To have to look at that video. His mother said, the battle not yours, but don't give up. His mother told him not to give up. So for all the people that want to say, oh, why does he keep trying to fight to find out if he's the father? His mother told him not to give up.
Situation in itself is obviously so sad when you are up against somebody that is a literal billionaire. And it looks like Ramir and his godmother are not giving up the fight just yet. So we'll have to keep watching to figure out what happens when it comes to Ramir Satterthwaite and Jay-Z. But y'all, let me know what you...
Yes, they're not giving up the fight. And since they're not giving up, I'm not giving up either. I'm not giving up either. You know what I'm saying? This boy's been saying that Jay-Z was his father from day one. And now I know this didn't just come out of his mouth. He didn't wake up one day and just say this. No, his mother was in court fighting them. They was discriminating his mom and everything, saying they didn't want her to sit next to him or nothing. And the boy came out real calm at first.
Feeling like I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that. I really want to know that. So my mom did tell me she went in there and filed a fraternity test, and it just basically I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't, what can I say? We didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case.
See, and they didn't have all the information. And if she was 16, because that's what he said, you know what I'm saying? Then, of course, she's young. Jay-Z was Jay-Z back then, the first beginning of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And she done slept with this man, allegedly got pregnant, but she didn't know a lot of information on him. You know what I mean? You got grown-ass women right now still getting their cheeks clapped by dudes they don't even know who the motherfucker is. You went home with a dude from the club last night. You don't know his middle name. You don't know his last name. Bible. All you know is that your ass was horny and you wanted to get that kitty cat waxed. Real. So we not gonna look at this 16-year-old girl like she knew everything. You got adult women doing that right now.
We didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it, I really thought it was going to go different than what it was. But well, I really feel like it should have been over with because, you know, I feel like if it was anybody else, you know, like, I'm not saying just because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, you know, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, you know, basically. I really try not to think about it, you know, I go on with my life because, you know, anything could happen, but, you know, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day, you know, I still...
Yes, you still got to live for yourself, Ramir, but you don't have to give up. Your mother said fight, so we're going to fight with you. Everybody smash that like button. Pills of Bible. We can't let Jay-Z keep getting away with this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We seen Jay-Z escape from the Diddy Glover's freak off shit. He done disassociated himself from Diddy Glover. So now y'all going to let him disassociate himself from his own twin? From his own twin? No, we're not doing that. Not over here. Not over here. That's why I thought Ramir gave up. But the paternity shit ain't over. You know what I mean? And I'd be damned if they got to pay for Jay-Z's lawyers. When he couldn't even... All that money he got, and they got to pay for your lawyers, sir? Look at this boy's hair. It's nothing he can do about this. Can you imagine you wake up and this shit is on the top of your motherfucking head? That shit look like a sponge full of worms. This is crazy.
You believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, seeing a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
And imagine how his son felt. He said, I can't take somebody not saying nothing. How do you think Diddy Glover felt when Jay-Z had abandoned him and didn't say nothing? He ain't speak on a docu-series. He didn't want to sit next to the motherfucker at the Grammys. He had to sit with Clive Davis and all the rest of the senior citizens with their shitty diapers, smelling like doo-doo over there at that side of the Grammys. And he done did the same thing to his alleged son. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys.
Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years.
See, so how is that his fault? If your mother, his mother is deceased, like I said, rest in peace to her. But if your mom keep telling you, look, son, like if my mom told me that Michael Jackson was my father, Pills of Bible, you think I'm just going to beat it? Hell no, I'm going to find Michael. Or I'm going to find people that's related to him. Jermaine, all of y'all. Marlon, you know what I'm talking about? Janet, come on, we need a paternity test. You my auntie. Janet, you're my auntie. You're going to want to know who is your father. The boy didn't even want no money from Jay-Z at first. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, I would have wanted some motherfucking money. I had to go through all these years without you. You know what I mean? Fighting my case manager at the welfare office. You know what I'm saying? No. And then now they got to pay for his lawyer fees? This is sad.
It's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years. Even until I was grown, he never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking. Is like, 'cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't...
And that's the saddest
bad
part.
Person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money.
Now look at this. Do you see this? This boy has all this butter, all of this movie theater popcorn, on his teeth, and look how white Jay-Z teeth is. So all of this shit, Jay-Z, this boy running around with all this margarine, all this gingivitis, and his mouth look just like yours. Brother Bible, only thing different is your shit is fucking completely white. Jay-Z, this is crazy. His teeth should not look like the laughing emoji. His teeth shouldn't be laughing emoji yellow. You know what I'm saying? While your shit is just, this is crazy, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just getting so overwhelmed and so just, this is crazy, guys. This is absolutely crazy. All that motherfucking money, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. Prayers for Ramir's yellow emoji teeth.
I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me, and it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I never come.
And he never asked for money. And like he said, he has his own kids to take care of. So do y'all understand when Jay-Z puts out a new song, we're not listening to Jay-Z. We're listening to Pop Pop. Piotr Bible. Camel Face, a.k.a. Pop Pop. He running around in the studio as a grandfather and haven't even seen his grandchildren. And y'all just sitting there praising him because he's a celebrity. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? We should have 1,000 likes in the building, guys. But if y'all not standing with Ramir, that's fine, because I'm going to stand with him.
I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me. And it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I never come out. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. I work for everything. Alexis, I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents, you know?
Wow, so he's doing this for other kids that may end up you know, your father be a celebrity dude, and you know what I mean, they're able to get away with paternity. That's why I'm glad he's helping other kids not be afraid to stand up. You know what I mean? This is wild. Just in case. And listen, shout out to Art of Dialogue, and shout out to Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps. He took time out of his day to put these kneecaps on this part of his body to go on the Art of Dialogue and expose Jay-Z alleged affairs with minors. So if people don't want to believe that he was with his mother at 16, why did Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps say that then? Now, Gene could have said it, but I don't think his clip-on kneecaps would have went out their way to do that. Listen to this. This is crazy, guys.
Speaking of Jay, right, how you feel about that statement that him and his lawyer came up with?
Well, I think that his lawyer did a great job, somewhat, with the information that he had. I know people in the industry, been around for a long time.
No, that was a terrible statement with him trying to lie and say that him and Diddy wasn't friends.
The 899, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club.
Hold on, what did Gene Deal's kneecaps just say right there?
At 17, 18, he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. I look back and see how Jay's old.
See that? He said that he was 17. No, he said that he even was with Beyonce when she was 17, 18, and Jay-Z was like 30-something, 1,300-something years old.
Information that he had. I know people in the industry, been around for a long time, was there when he first started dating Beyonce at 17, 18, he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. I look back and see how old Jay-Z was. I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67. Something like a 67 right there. 69.
God damn, that man was born in 69? Pure survival in that sex position? God damn, Jay-Z old as hell right now. And I'm not saying that that's old guys, pure survival, because I honestly think Jay-Z's probably 13 to 1400 years old. You know what I mean? For real, for real. But the fact that Beyonce was that young and he was that old is crazy.
Seeing how old Jay-Z was, I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67. Something like a 67 right there. 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's.
Wow.
And Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child?
Wow. Smash that like button if y'all agree. If Jay-Z was 30 and Beyonce was 16, is she somewhat a child compared to him? Smash that like button, guys. Now, if you're on Jay-Z's side to say, oh, it's okay. Beyonce got older and married him anyway. That's a Bible. You know what I'm saying? But if this is true, it sounds like some major grooming to me.
When we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's. And Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child? To me, she is.
Wow.
But I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old, and she's 17, 18 years old.
Wow. He said, I guess that's how you protect a child. So the industry, young people coming in the business, you're the big dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to have a young teenager. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even want a 19-year-old. I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? And she was 16, 17. That's crazy, guys. Shout out to Gene Deal and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? Because this is given the history. And y'all need to get them likes up. So we know that Ramir is not lying. His mother, rest in peace, was 16 years old when she allegedly got pregnant by Jay-Z. That's why they're hiding it.
I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old, and she's 17, 18 years old. If that's her true age. We really don't know her true age because Gabrielle Union said she went to junior high school with her, and Gabrielle Union is considered 6, 7 years older than Beyonce age that she getting. So we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? But to get back to your letter, I believe that the lawyer was doing what he...
God, that is crazy. Even Gene Deal said it, and he was there back then. And he was in that time. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Oskino that was signed to Jay-Z. You know what I mean? And Oskino, listen here, you don't want him to put on a pop hat, pure survival. That's when he starts snapping like a bucket of crabs. But he even was talking about Jay-Z's son.
50 Cent did an interview recently, and he thinks that a lot of Jay-Z's success was because he was married to Beyonce.
I don't think that's true.
No?
No. Because before he was getting married to Beyonce, he was popping already.
That's true, but he got more popping with Beyonce.
But I can see why 50 Cent would say that. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand 50 Cent saying that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Jay-Z, even if he might steal your songs, he might do all that, but Jay-Z is a rapping ass person. Like, you know what I mean? He got drive. And he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, he's going to bust a move out. I think it helped both of them being together. I think it helped both of them. It made both of them. You know what I mean? So, like,
and he said Jay-Z is smart because he know how to swindle shit. He know how to slither out of stuff.
It was Big Pun or Fat Joe or somebody like that. Ain't that?
It was Big.
So that's how much I played it. He like,
Probably see you on my show, so you know.
And he was signed with Jay-Z, guys, so he know him personally. Smash that like button.
That's probably how it happened. A lot of people on my show.
But did you see? I think the girl like Tasha K. She got a joint with Jay-Z son on there.
Oh, his alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first, he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said, no, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on.
You hear that? One of Jay-Z's artists, Oskino from State Property, said that Ramir is Jay-Z's son. Shout out to Vlad TV for putting Oskino on this interview. You know what I'm saying? Giving us the real shit. And Jay-Z had a lien on Ramir's caretaker, which is his godmom's house, which is the woman that they're trying to make pay this $119,000 for Jay-Z's lawyers. You know what I mean? All because she's standing up with Ramir because his mother is deceased and he's fighting alone. That's why I asked you guys to fight with me, to fight with Ramir. Pure survival. Look, we need 300 more likes in the building, guys. Y'all got to let me know that y'all are fighting. You know, y'all can't be afraid of Jay-Z or Jay-Z's hairstyle. I know it's creepy. I know it's creepy, but we must fight.
She got a joint with Jay-Z son on there?
Oh, his alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first, he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said, no, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but young boy's so thorough though. He just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why. So I told him when he called me 2 years ago. I said, listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're gonna think I'm trying to catch rep off of it. So let me let you tell your story somewhere else first. I mean, then I can talk about it. But he called me like 2 years ago, telling me like, I said, oh, young boy. He's like, I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time.
Y'all hear that? All he wanted was to know who his father was. He didn't even want money from Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning at all. You know what I'm saying? Which I wouldn't care if y'all would have called me money hungry. Y'all would call me whatever y'all want. Pure survival. I would have took my ball cap off and showed y'all my hair. I'd have said, y'all don't think I'm going to have to get some money? And Jay-Z is my dad and these roots is growing out my motherfucking scalp. Pure survival. And I got these emoji yellow teeth. I'm getting paid to get this plaque off of my motherfucking teeth. Imagine when he gives out a kiss and how bad his breath might stink. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to Ramir or the odor in his mouth because it's Jay-Z's fault that his breath stink. It's Jay-Z's fault that his teeth is a movie theater popcorn yellow. You know what I'm saying? This is horrible. Y'all got to get them likes up.
What else? First, then I could talk about it. But he called me like 2 years ago telling me like, I said, oh, young boy. He's like, I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time. But something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when you open the door, you see the gun. He said he went to go call his man. Like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and block him up. He said, he told the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Did y'all hear this? So Jay-Z's son said he was on his way to work and somebody pulled up to his car and put a gun in his car. And the police ran up and arrested him. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Jay-Z might have had somebody plant that gun in his car. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think so. How mysterious is this? Now, you know they're going to either unalive you, they're going to either blackmail you, any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z, we're not saying you did it, sir. But we think that this is very mysterious, that this boy don't even tote pistols or none of that, pure survival. And he finds a gun in his car. You know what I'm saying? They tried to silence him. That's what it sounded like.
He was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when you open the door, you see the gun. He said he went to go call his man. Like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and block him up. He said, he told the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car. Oh. And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and try to. And my thing is, if that's not my.
Wow. So Jay-Z even had a gag order on this boy. So if he's not your son, you know what I'm saying? You refuse to take so it's a few things. You refuse to take the paternity test when you could have got this over with years ago. Pure survival. Here, take the test. Go ahead, put the swab in my mouth. Go ahead. That little motherfucker ain't mine. Here, take the swab. You didn't want to do none of that, and then put a gag on order on the boy so he couldn't speak. This is very mysterious, guys. We need 400 more likes for Ramir. Smash that like button. He watching this too. He know we fighting with him. We ain't giving, because I thought the paternity shit was over. It's not over. It's not over at all. They're trying to get Jay-Z lawyers and them. The judge ordered them to pay for his lawyers. So you telling me Jay-Z don't got these judges and shit paid off? Like, this is crazy.
I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and try to. And my thing is, if that's not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you did dodge it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said again, it's not the same as now.
But is the mom still alive?
No, she died. She died.
Huh.
She was 15 when she had him.
Oh.
Wow. See? She was 15 years old when she had Ramir. So if she was 15, then this means that she was 14 when she got pregnant, right? Smash that like button if I'm right there. He just said that she was 15 when she had him. And this is somebody who used to be with Jay-Z, who would sign with Jay-Z. Wow, guys. Come on, let everybody double tap that screen. Get them likes up, because once we hit 1,000 likes, YouTube is going to push this out there. So everybody know that Ramir is still fighting, and they're trying to do these horrific things to this boy. So if she was 15, then that means she was 14.
If that's not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you did dodge it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said again, it's not the same as now.
But is the mom still alive?
No, she died. She died.
Huh.
She was 15 when she had him.
Oh. And how old was Jay?
Like 20 something, I guess.
Oh.
Like 20, probably early 20, like 24.
We don't know if it's true. This is just.
No.
Wow.
I'm saying he took the DNA thing with it was ancestry type shit. I think he got like somebody popped up on it, like, because you got different kids that's the different places. I mean, my thing is this: if I got $1 billion, right, I would want to have a lot of kids. Fuck it, you my kid. I got so much money. I don't give a fuck. You my kid or not.
Wow. See, and that's how Oskino, shout out to motherfucking Oskino, aka Pop Pop. He's like, if I had $1 billion and I done had these kids all over the place, why would I even be sweating it like this? Because I'm just worried about my image. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, that Ramir, Jay-Z's alleged biological son, went on ancestries.com. And when he looked at those people, they all had the roots. Those things is popping out of Jay-Z's hair. It was a bunch of those motherfuckers. And the shit that's popping out of his hair. So if you go on ancestries.com and you look like, wow, that's the shit that's growing up out of my hair, that my uncle, that my great motherfucking grandmother's brother got, you know what I'm saying? You're going to know. This is crazy, guys.
Yes. Oh, like 20, probably early 20, like 24.
We don't know if it's true. This is just.
No, but I'm saying he took the DNA thing with it was ancestry type shit. I think he got like somebody popped up on it, like, because you got different kids that's the different places. I mean, my thing is this: if I got $1 billion, right, I would want to have a lot of kids. Fuck it, you my kid. I got so much money. I don't give a fuck. You my kid or not.
You get some sperm. You get some sperm.
You get some sperm. If you are my kid, I fuck your mom, and you my kid. Even if I want to be around you, I want to see you. I want to. If I want the world to know,
right? But think about the headline.
Think about this though.
That Jay-Z impregnated a 15-year-old.
But Vlad, think about this.
It would be over.
But
now I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Vlad, because Vlad got a motherfucking good point right there. Vlad said, well, think about the headlines. If Jay-Z take the test and he come back as the father, and the headline's gonna say Jay-Z impregnates a 15-year-old, that will destroy him and Beyonce's image. Even if he don't get arrested because of course she's deceased. You know what I'm saying? And this is what, all the way back in the 90s. But that's what he's worried about, those headlines.
Fuck it, you my kid. I got so much money. I don't give a fuck if you my kid or not.
You get some sperm. You get some sperm.
You get some sperm. If you are my kid, I fuck your mom and you my kid. Even if I want to be around you, I want to see you. I want to. If I want the world to know,
Right, but think about the headlines.
think about this though.
That
Vlad.
Jay-Z impregnated a 15-year-old.
But Vlad, think about this.
Yo, it would be over.
But you already got some.
No more Super Bowl.
But you already won.
You already won, but look, Diddy already won, and look where he's at right now.
So what do you think? Like, but
Wow, damn. So that is a point. Vlad said, look, think about it. Diddy already won, and look where Diddy at right now. So Jay-Z not saying nothing probably is his best bet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's horrible, but it makes me understand. You know what I'm saying? That why he would go that way. But no, matter of fact, no, I don't understand. I'll just say fuck it. You know what I mean? I already made it to this point. You know what I mean? I'm already a billionaire. Okay, y'all want to say that I was with this girl when I was young? How do we know that she didn't say, she probably didn't tell the truth about her age? You know what I'm saying? Young girls be lying all the time. You know what I mean? Talking about I'm 20 and be motherfucking 15, 16, built different than the motherfucker. So we don't know. I'm not going super hard on Jay-Z, but I just feel like he wrong for not taking the paternity test. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, so what? Nigga just, all right, look, I didn't know how old she was.
Everyone, this is Ramirez Satterway. I just want you to know, filing a complaint with the district court. We did everything correctly. We followed all rules. We got all our paperwork in on time, and basically, we feel like that we just was, not taken serious, and we wasn't treated correctly. We wasn't treated equal as others. They didn't fully look at the allegations. They let fraud continuously just be used and not say anything about it. Everything at the fraud is supposed to be voided, and honestly.
Look, shout out to my baby, guys. Make sure y'all smash that like button and go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com. I told y'all in the beginning, shout out to everybody that went to the store yesterday, you know what I'm saying, to get yours. You dig me? I told y'all and all of this, the hair oil, the beard oil, the shirts, the everything up there. The Pure Survival candles will be the with the garlic, because you're going to need your garlic, because these people are sick in Hollywood.
I don't think that happened. I think
Well, the first time I heard that Jay-Z probably was my father when I was 8 years old. And, my mom, we was actually sitting in the house on a regular day, listening to music. My mom came up to me and was like, hey, Rob, I got something to tell you. That's your dad for real. And I'm like, I was shocked. Like, Mom, what are you talking about? I'm young. Like, it's nothing your parents would just make up like that. You don't just say this type of person is your father, Jay-Z. Like,
so y'all, Jay-Z's alleged son Ramir Satterwave just jumped into the chaos, and he is exposing Jay-Z for grooming his mom. Y'all know how Ramir has been trying and failing for years to get Jay-Z to take a DNA test to confirm whether or not he is Ramir's father, right? Well, at first, we thought that Jay-Z was just trying to protect his billion-dollar fortune in case Ramir was out for money. But Ramir had another story to tell. According to him, Jay-Z allegedly spent years grooming it.
Look at that, guys. Smash that like button for Ramir's mother. This is his mother, Wanda, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Put your prayer hands up. She passed away a few years ago, and he's doing what's right. He's doing what's right. Why would his mother wake up one day and just say, son, Jay-Z's your father. Son, Drake is your dad. Look at Drake. Drake was hiding the secret kid, and it came out. I don't know why people so surprised. You know what I'm saying? Get them likes up. We need 400 more likes.
Mom since she was a young teenager, before eventually getting her pregnant when she was only 16. Ramir has spent years gathering evidence and receipts.
Y'all hear that? She was only 16.
At first, we thought that Jay-Z was just trying to protect his billion-dollar fortune in case Ramir was out for money. But Ramir had another story to tell. According to him, Jay-Z allegedly spent years grooming his mom since she was a young teenager, before eventually getting her pregnant when she was only 16. Ramir has spent years gathering evidence and receipts, and it looks like he has finally had enough and is ready to spill the tea to bury Jay-Z big time. Y'all, looks like Ramir is out here for revenge, and it looks like he's about to take Jay-Z out. But before all that, let's break it down. Now, if you've been following Ramir's case, then you probably know how heartbreaking the situation is, because his mom passed away and his alleged father has refused for more than 10 years to acknowledge.
And he looked just like him. When you look at Jay-Z's baby pictures, Pure Survival, before he got the roots that came out of his head, Jay-Z looked just like this when he was his goddamn age. When he had the peanut head. Y'all remember when Jay-Z had the big pen, spinning cheese, peanut head. You know what I mean? You know I love him, duck him, leave him, because I don't effing need him. Take him out the hood, keep him looking good, but I don't feed him. Jay-Z said it out his mouth. Take him out the hood, keep him looking good, but I don't fucking feed him. That's wild. That's wild. Smash that like button.
If you've been following Ramir's case, then you probably know how heartbreaking the situation is, because his mom passed away and his alleged father has refused for more than 10 years to acknowledge him. But for anybody who hasn't been following the drama, here's the rundown. So back in the 1990s, Ramir claimed that Jay-Z had a brief fling with his mom, Wanda. And although they reportedly used protection, it failed, which led to Wanda becoming pregnant with Ramir. However, since this all went down in the pre-social media era, where not everybody even had a mobile phone, they were still bumping beepers, if that. Well, they lost touch and couldn't communicate, so by the time Wanda did give birth, her boyfriend at the time ended up being the one who signed the birth certificate.
Now, you see this? Now, you know Philly and New York, Jersey, all that, that's a hop, skip, and a jump. You know what I'm saying? Now, her boyfriend at the time had signed the paternity test. You know how you got some great stepdads out there that's like, all right, I know he ain't mine, but fuck it, I'm going to be the dad. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. But he knew that he wasn't the father. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's hand, John Freakoff Hancock, should be on this birth certificate. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. We only need 300 more likes. I see that y'all are supporting Ramir, so I got love for you guys.
They were still bumping beepers, if that. Well, they lost touch and couldn't communicate, so by the time Wanda did give birth, her boyfriend at the time ended up being the one who signed the birth certificate instead of Jay-Z. An insider explained why the boyfriend signed the birth certificate, even though he knew he wasn't the father, saying her on and off boyfriend at the time, Robert, knew the baby wasn't his, but put his name on the birth certificate while Wanda was unconscious, recovering from the birth. Initially, he felt sorry for Wanda, but later, he used it so he could collect extra food stamps and benefits. Both were minors at the time, so he shouldn't have signed anything. Well, Ramir spilled some additional tea, sharing that when he was just
wow. So now that's even more understandable. So Ramir's mother's boyfriend at the time, Pure Survival, he was a minor too. And you heard what they said. He only signed the birth certificate so they can get extra motherfucking food stamps. Pure Survival. You know what I'm talking about? The struggle was real at the time. The struggle was real. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z was able to run around, go on tour, do all this shit, and don't accept responsibility from this woman that he slept with. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
He used it so he could collect extra food stamps and benefits. Both were minors at the time, so he shouldn't have signed anything. Well, Ramir spilled some additional tea, sharing that when he was just 8 years old, his mom, Wanda, casually mentioned that Jay-Z was actually his real dad. Now, from that moment on, Wanda became determined to get in touch with Jay-Z and see if he would take responsibility for Ramir. She didn't just sit around hoping. Wanda tried everything she could to get a hold of Jay-Z. She contacted lawyers, sent messages through mutual acquaintances, and even tried reaching him through social media and interviews. Unfortunately, despite her best efforts, every attempt seemed to hit a wall. Lawyers, publicists, and even close friends seemed to be blocking her at every turn. But Wanda wasn't one to give up easily. She had too much at stake. So she took matters into her own hands and decided to go the legal route, filing a court case to establish whether Jay-Z was indeed Ramir's biological father. But unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The judge threw the case out, citing lack of jurisdiction as the reason.
And that's crazy. The judge threw it out from the get-go, talking about jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? To me, it feels like this is all about money. If you got the money and power, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do unless you're not going to against them people. Like how Didi Glover went against them and thought that he was too big for the program, and they showed him Jay-Z is staying loyal to them people. Pure survival. He knows not to try to stand up to them. Got way more money than him. You know what I mean? Because they can finish him like Mortal Kombat. Smash that like button, guys. Shout out to everybody in the building.
It was a frustrating setback, but Wanda didn't back down. She kept fighting relentlessly, refusing to give up the search for years. It was clear that she wasn't going to let this go, no matter how many obstacles stood in her way. Well, sadly, Wanda passed away shortly after all this drama came to light. But before she died, she signed a sworn affidavit confirming that Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, was indeed Ramir's biological
She signed
father.
this before she
Now,
passed
at this
away.
point, one would think that Jay-Z would be forced to at least acknowledge the situation and take a DNA test to clear the air, right? I mean, he didn't even have to go into the lab or spend hours trying to get tested. But with new procedures, all it would have taken was a simple mouth swab.
That's all Jay-Z had to do for all the Jay-Z lovers. All the Jay-Z lovers. Why couldn't he just let them put it in his mouth? Pure survival. Just put it in your mouth. In your motherfucking mouth. If you allegedly let Didi Glover put it in your mouth, Jay-Z, pure survival, why couldn't you let the doctors put it in your mouth? This don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Look, guys, double tap that screen. We need them likes up. You know what I mean? We almost got 1,000 likes in the building. You know what I'm saying? We just need 300 more. Because Ramir, I know you're watching, and we are fighting with you. I believe that you're Jay-Z's son. You look just motherfucker like him. So I don't care. I don't care. We're going to get those teeth. We're going to get better teeth for you soon. You see, Dame Dash went against the machine. And Dame Dash's teeth ain't been the same since he went against those people. Pure survival. They ain't fell out in a couple months, but they may fall out soon.
All of 5 seconds, so it's not like he couldn't have made the time to do so. It was very clear that he was deliberately trying all he could to avoid taking the test, and it kind of makes us wonder if he knows something we don't, like the fact that Ramir is actually his son. He and his elite team of lawyers kept dodging the process for years, and they managed to drag it out. Frustrated with the lack of progress, Ramir, with the help of his guardian Lily Coley, decided to take matters into their own hands and handle it the legal way. Even though they knew that they were going up against Jay-Z and his high-powered lawyers, they filed a civil lawsuit back in December 2014, seeking to get Jay-Z to agree to a DNA test. At this point, the drama had been dragging on for 4 years, and Jay-Z still maintained that he was not the father, but for some reason, he kept dodging a DNA test. It's baffling. Like, why wouldn't he just take the test and settle it once and for all if he's not the father? But no, the lawsuit has now stretched on for about 10 years or 14 years.
And all he had to do was take the paternity test. Pure survival. And you see the roots. This is when the hair starts. It starts as like a mini little afro. You know what I mean? Kind of like look like a little microphone, like it got a little Richard Pryor with it. And then the roots start to come. And that's what Ramir is going through right now. Ramir look just like this. And look at that face, Jay-Z. You look like you got a whole attitude right now because I'm talking about this. Pearl Survival. I'm not going to let you give me this attitude face, sir. I got an attitude. We got an attitude because you refuse to take that paternity test. And this boy still has to keep paying. And now they got to pay for your lawyers. All that money you got, sir. I will not let y'all silence me. I won't let you. I won't let Miss Alopecia in her boots, in her Timberland boots, and that fitted hat. She can send them Timberland boots over here. I'm not afraid of Jada Pinkett or her Timberland boots, nor am I afraid of your hairstyle. Pure survival. Smash that like button, guys. We must fight back.
It's baffling. Like, why wouldn't he just take the test and settle it once and for all if he's not the father? But no, the lawsuit has now stretched on for about 10 years, or 14 years if you include Wanda's initial lawsuit. And here's the kicker. Even after all those years, Jay-Z is still refusing to take the test, which just screams suspicious as F. It's as if he's hiding something, and everyone's left wondering why he wouldn't just clear the air once and for all. Ramir was understandably hurt about the situation, and he agreed to do a sit-down interview with The Sun online, where he denied allegations that he was after Jay-Z's money, saying, I don't want money or anything like that for Jay-Z. I just want him to finally tell the truth to the world. He's supposed to be a positive role model for our community. He stands there screaming, Black Lives Matter. Well, tell the truth and take responsibility. And if you say I'm not your son and nothing ever happened with my mom, then just take the test. If you are telling the truth, then why is your first answer whenever you're asked to take a paternity test no? Well, Ramir's guardian Lily has also shared some details.
And this is Ramir's guardian. Shout out to Miss Lily. Everybody smash that like button for Miss Lily for standing up with Ramir, because this is the woman that she had a bankruptcy situation throughout this thing with Jay-Z. She has to pay. She was ordered to pay. This was yesterday. $119,000 for Jay-Z's lawyers. This is the woman right here, Ramir's guardian, that stood up for him because she knows Jay-Z is the father. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to make her punish. They're trying to make her pay. She had to file bankruptcy because she's been fighting Jay-Z for all of these years. Pure survival. They will shut you down. This is wild, man.
Happened with my mom, then just take the test. If you are telling the truth, then why is your first answer whenever you're asked to take a paternity test no? Well, Ramir's guardian Lily has also shared some details that really put the whole situation into perspective. Apparently, Jay-Z had gotten Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, and he was 22. The math on that age gap.
Y'all hear that? 16 and 22. Smash that like button if y'all think that that's bad. Put a 1 in the chat, 16 and 22. If that's bad, put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that it's close in age. To me, it shouldn't matter because you're a minor. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm 22, why am I not going to be with somebody in my motherfucking 20s? You know what I'm saying? Or he had you skipped 19, you skipped 18, you damn near skipped 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we need 200 more likes, guys, and I believe we can do it. Shout out to all of y'all, because y'all are definitely smashing that like button. This is pure survival. You see that man with that shirt on right there? What that shirt say? Pure survival? We need to get them likes up because it's pure survival. You dig me? Like, so she was 16, man. This is wild.
That really put the whole situation into perspective. Apparently, Jay-Z had gotten Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, and he was 22. The math on that age gap makes you stop and think. That's definitely a jaw-dropping revelation, and it adds another layer of complexity to this already messy story. I mean, can you even imagine a teenage girl and a grown man?
Now, do y'all hear that? Can you imagine if there's a teenage girl and a grown man? Like, look. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that he looked like Jay-Z right here as a baby. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that this looked like Jay-Z when Jay-Z was a kid. I've seen Jay-Z's baby pictures. Look just like this boy right here. Look at all the people that's putting 1. We got 100% sad all pale survival. You know what I'm saying? The boy looks just like Jay-Z, guys. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to stick up for him, I'm not mad at you. You're allowed to have your own opinions over here. Long as you're not being rude. Long as I don't have to put nuts in your mouth. We're cool. You're allowed to have your own opinion. If you don't think so, you don't think so. Me, I do. It just took too long. I mean, what the fuck? Why? I would have been took the test. All right, let me show you this little motherfucker ain't mine. Here you go.
A jaw-dropping revelation, and it adds another layer of complexity to this already messy story. I mean, can you even imagine a teenage girl and a grown man and a pregnancy? It's no wonder that things got so out of hand from the very beginning. It's not just about the drama of the paternity test anymore. It's about the circumstances of the relationship from the jump. The fact that Jay-Z still refuses to take a DNA test only deepens the mystery and leaves everyone wondering what he's hiding. After all this time, you'd think Jay-Z would want to clear up the confusion and move on. But it feels like he's just adding more layers of complexity. It seems there's more to the situation than just a paternity test, right?
See, they saying it seems like it's more than just a paternity test. Is Jay-Z hiding something else? Maybe it's not just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, did somebody allegedly get unalive back then? And there's reasons why you don't want to be associated with this. You know what I mean? It's bigger to me. I think it's honestly probably even bigger than her being 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it might be some more shit that he's trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We only need 100 more likes. Double tap that screen. Y'all are doing great. Y'all are keeping Ramir alive and this story alive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not over. And I believe, and they're going to fight this. Like, they shouldn't have to pay for Jay-Z's lawyers. I think that's preposterous. I think that's preposterous.
You think Jay-Z would want to clear up the confusion and move on, but it feels like he's just adding more layers of complexity. It seems there's more to the situation than just a paternity test. Perhaps it's about protecting an image or concealing something he doesn't want the public to know. With the detail that Wanda was just 16 when all this began, it's hard not to question if the math adds up in a way that's more than just a little concerning. But that's not all, because according to reports, not only did Jay-Z allegedly get Wanda pregnant, but he also allegedly had started dating her way before then. Allegedly, the relationship might have started when she was just 13 and he was in his 20s. Seriously though.
Whoa, see, now I don't know how true that is, pure survival, and that looked just like Ramir. That peanut head, you know what I mean? Them lips, big shrimp, motherfucker jumbo shrimp lips, pure survival. Now, they said allegedly the girl might have been, with a woman, excuse me, may have been 13 when Jay-Z got with her. Allegedly, that's what they saying. So he really don't want this shit to come out. Like, if this is the case, that's wild.
Wanda pregnant, but he also allegedly had started dating her way before then. Allegedly, the relationship might have started when she was just 13 and he was in his 20s. Seriously though, what is it that Jay-Z ain't getting involved with women who are younger than he is? Because this is not the first time that he's been linked to young women. I mean, he allegedly got involved with Foxy Brown when she was 15 and he was in his 20s. He also allegedly got involved with Aaliyah when she was a teenager.
See this? Foxy Brown was a teenager. Aaliyah was a teenager. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all think that it's kind of suspicious that Jay-Z was dealing with these women, allegedly, Foxy Brown, Aaliyah, they were all minors too. They were all minors too. Yeah, man, ain't no minor like the one I got. No one can love him better. You know what I'm saying? This is, I mean, the receipts is coming out.
That he's been linked to young women. I mean, he allegedly got involved with Foxy Brown when she was 15 and he was in his 20s. He also allegedly got involved with Aaliyah when she was a teenager, and the same thing happened with him and Beyonce, allegedly. And that's just the ones we know about. Well, Lily said Wanda was only 16 when she allegedly met Sean, but she may have told him she was older. She felt pregnant but had no idea how to contact him. Lily pointed out that Wanda had actually told Jay-Z she was 18 at the time, so he was unaware of her true age, even though...
See, so we give Jay-Z credit right there, guys. Smash that like button. So Wanda told Ramir's caretaker, his godmother, that she told Jay-Z she was 18. So if she told you that, then why are you ducking, sir? You know what I'm saying? What is it going to be, the embarrassment to know, like, okay, you got somebody pregnant when she was 15? You could literally, you're a billionaire now. Look, I didn't know. She told me she was 18. There's people that get lied to every day, B. There's people that get lied to every day, B. So they admitting that she told him that she was older.
The ones we know about. Well, Lily said Wanda was only 16 when she allegedly met Sean, but she may have told him she was older. She felt pregnant but had no idea how to contact him. Lily pointed out that Wanda had actually told Jay-Z she was 18 at the time, so he was unaware of her true age. Even though it technically wasn't his fault, it could still have a negative light casted on him. Fans have had their suspicions over the years, given his history of being linked to young women who weren't legally of age. Again, just look at Beyonce, Aaliyah, Foxy Brown. It seemed like he had quite the track record of going after younger women before they were legally old enough. But if it ever came out that he got Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, it would have caused a huge scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir. When Lily and Ramir first reached out to Jay-Z's lawyers to...
Guys, listen, I'm going to have to stop. We need 1,000 likes in the building right now. I mean, we only need 200 more people. Like, I can't sit here and allow all these people to be on here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pouring my heart out to y'all. And so is Ramir. That the boy got seashells coming out of his head. He had to take the seashells to put on the end of his head because of Jay-Z and Jay-Z's creepy hairstyle that he has no other choice. He was born into it. He has Jay-Z's genes. He has Jay-Z's genes. You know what I'm saying? Long as I let y'all know the update, because if we don't get 1,000 likes, I just might as well stop. But at least I gave y'all the update. They want Jay-Z's lawyers. The judge ordered Ramir and his godmother to have to pay $119,000 for Jay-Z's lawyers. And I think that is so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if I was Jay-Z and I'm like, all right, this boy, I know that the boy probably motherfucker mine. You know what I mean? But I don't want to take the test because I know that I was with his mom when she was young. Why would I want the boy to have to pay 100 and something thousand knowing that they don't got money like that? You know what I'm saying? And then I wasn't in your life all of this time. I'd have told them, look, I'll pay my lawyer's thing. It's like Jay-Z wants to punish them. Like, oh, you wanted to come expose me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so now y'all gonna have to pay the piper. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir. When Lily and Ramir first reached out to Jay-Z's lawyers to settle things quietly, they seemed surprisingly eager to keep everything private.
This is crazy, man. This is so sad, guys. Shout out to everybody. He is trying to ruin them financially. Right. So they don't got no chance to even keep going on with this paternity thing. That's why I feel like that. He's trying to financially destroy them so they can go somewhere and that test never come out.
If it ever came out that he got Wanda pregnant when she was just 16, it would have caused a huge scandal. Lily believes that the age factor is a major reason why Jay-Z hasn't been more forthcoming about acknowledging Ramir. When Lily and Ramir first reached out to Jay-Z's lawyers to settle things quietly, they seemed surprisingly eager to keep everything private and wrap it up behind the scenes. They even proposed signing Ramir to Jay-Z's label, thinking it might be a way to smooth things over. But Lily wasn't interested in taking that route. She felt it was better to distance herself from any association that could potentially make things 10 times worse. She wasn't just going to compromise her role as a guardian for a quick deal. Lily was adamant that the truth had to come out, no matter what it took. The situation is more than just about settling paternity. It's about standing up for what's right and not letting anyone brush it under the rug. Lily believes that acknowledging the age gap and the circumstances would deal a major blow to JT's public image, something he clearly wants to avoid at all costs. It almost seems like he's more worried about protecting his reputation than actually doing the right thing, which only raises more questions about his true intentions. For Lily, this issue goes beyond a legal settlement. It's about demanding transparency and accountability, even if it means enduring more scrutiny and backlash. She's not willing to be swayed or manipulated into a quick fix. She wants the whole.
And that's why I really mess with her like that. Because Jay-Z tried to sign this boy to a label. Like, look, dude, if you shut up, I'll let you become a rapper under my label. But you have to be my secret child. Pure survival. You have to be my secret child. So then let's say that this boy's music started taking off. So he wouldn't have been able to get no publishing. So not only did you rob him of being a father, then you'd assign him to the label and then been burning him like how Diddy was burning all of these rappers. So you're making money off of them. Yo, this is crazy, guys. But this woman refused to take the deal. Said, look, he not signing with you, Jay-Z. And she's still fighting. That's why we must fight. That's why we must fight. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I mean? We need 100 more likes. I'm just so glad, man, that Ramir is stepping up and he's not giving up the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. Everybody thought that this paternity thing was over with. No, it boils down to money, power, respect, what you need in life. Money, power, respect, you'll be eating right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So I'm glad that she's fighting this. Y'all should not have to pay all that money, you know, when he has all that money. Like, you should want to do that. So them people, but I get it. You want this whole thing to be over with. Jay-Z want this whole thing to disappear, and he will stop at nothing. He will stop at nothing to have this thing disappear.
To do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you cannot use fraud to continue anything in this world. You can't use fraud to help you get forward in life. Then try to continue on your fraud.
But on the opposite end, many people have rushed to defend the Carters, suggesting they didn't fully grasp the situation because their lawyers and publicists were handling everything. But let's be real a second. For a millisecond, Beyonce and Jay-Z were very much in the loop. They even threw some not-so-subtle shade at Ramir in their song, Heard About Us. It's almost like...
And then they dissing the boy in their music. You know what I mean? Shout out Wax Dog in the building. They're dissing him in music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the truth is going to reveal. You know what I mean? Because there's other kids that look just like Jay-Z, not even just Ramir. There's others. There's one that looked like a little monkey with a little patch in the back of his head. Looked just like motherfucker Jay-Z. They ain't doing paternity for him.
New York City, you listen to me right now. This is what it is for the summer understanding. Jay-Z.
Got a cousin named Bub, a cousin named Meech. Still Coco in the brand new Caprice.
And look at this little gorilla face boy. Chris, you telling me this boy is not yours, Jay-Z? You can't have these little creatures running around looking just like you, brother mama, with the whole camel face. And then his hair is growing in the back. Brother mama, you see how Ramir got the hair that's coming out the front? These kids are hair growing out the back, hair growing on their chest. This is all from Jay-Z's jeans. This is a crazy guy.
New York City, you listen to me right now. This is what it is for the summer understanding. Jay-Z.
We must pray. We must pray for these children, because the children are our future. That's what we got to understand. The children are our future, Jay-Z. Oh my God. This is crazy, guys. Make sure y'all go to www.puresurvivalmerch.com and get your Pure Survival merch today, because we're going to need it to survive these sick people in the industry. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to need to survive. So get your merch today.